Okay, we'll call a meeting of the Middletown Police Commission to order. All members of the board present except for Commissioner Mills. Chief?
Good evening, Mayor and members of the commission and my audience. How are you guys today? Mayor, I'd like to request at the end of our agenda to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters. We also have this evening 3 probational interviews and 1 police officer candidate interview.
Sure.
So since our last meeting, some stats. Actually, the January Police Commission meeting minutes, I did forward to the commission for review. Would the commission like to discuss them at all? Any errors, omissions, any concerns?
No errors. You need a motion?
I would like a motion to accept as written.
So move.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Appreciate it. So January, calls for service, it was very cold, so we saw a decrease, which is traditional in January. We handled 2,305 calls for service, which was a 2% decrease in comparison to December, in which we handled 2,343 calls. Our Part 1 crimes for the month of January, we investigated 25, 3 of which fell in the violent category, 22 in the property category. That's a 32% decrease from the previous month, in which we handled 37 Part 1 crimes. Part 2 crimes for the month of January, we investigated 89 in comparison to 131 in December, which is a 32% decrease. Arrests for the month of January, we made 168 arrests, 3% decrease from the previous month, in which there's 174 arrests made. Traffic summons for the month of January, 261 were issued, which is a slight increase in comparison to 231 in December. Parking tickets, we saw a significant increase, mainly directly related to the weather, the snow alerts. So there's 848 parking tickets issued, which is a 91% increase in comparison to December of 443. Again, that's a snow alert parking. Majority of them came from. Uses of force for the month, out of those 168 arrests, 5 of them had some type of use of force associated with them, which equates to 3% of total arrests for the month. During the month of January, the department investigated 1 shots fired call, which was found to be unfounded. It was actually on January 22nd, came in as a call at 5:10 p.m. in the evening, and it was determined to be coming from the Shawangunk Fishing Game Club. Any discussion on stats? Further discussion? Staffing, moving into the staffing. Currently, as we sit this evening, I have 5 vacancies. Out of our 75 budgeted personnel, we have 70 currently. Since our last meeting, I had 2 officers retire after completing 20 years of service, Officer Kyle Reed and Officer James Schoenleber. I'd like to just wish them both well in the next chapters of their life and their journey. They both served 20 years here for the Middletown Police Department. Out of the 70 sworn that I currently have, I still have 2 on maternity leave. I still have 1 deployed on National Guard. I have 2 in the Police Academy. Since our last meeting, Police Officer Michael Warden has completed his field training as of February 12th. Successfully completed his field training. He's doing a great job, and he's been assigned to a patrol squad. Coming up here in the near future, in fact, it's this coming next Friday, Sergeant Jacqueline Welch will be retiring from the department after 20 plus years of service. Her last day with us will be Friday, February 27th. However, her last official day on the books will be the end of April, as she has some accrued time that she'll be using. She's been with the department for 20 plus years. As everyone knows, she's done an amazing job with our youth programs and a lot of community events. She definitely will be missed. I'm hoping to get her to come back on a part-time basis to help us with some stuff and continue working with the department. She hasn't made that decision yet, but again, hopeful that she does take me up on that offer. Also, we'll be losing later this year his anticipated retirement date as of now, and this is Detective Ahmed Artola, will be May 29th. and that'll be after 20 plus years with us as well. He's been our juvenile aid detective for the last couple of years. He's done an amazing job. He has actually indicated that he would like to come back part-time and do some downtown work and bicycle patrols and so on. So hopefully the commission would accept him to stay with us on a part-time basis. With the retirement of Sergeant Welch here in the very, very near future, I've reassigned Sergeant Jordan McInerney to become the JAB unit commander. I had several people interested in it. Myself and my admin team, we discussed it. They all wrote me letters of interest and, expectations and so on and so forth. And I think overall, Jordan was a very good choice. So he's been mirroring and mentoring with Sergeant Welch for the last couple of weeks. I'm getting ready for his new assignment. Due to that new assignment, we actually just recently, as of Tuesday night, retired his K-9 partner, Storm. So Sergeant McInerney is now the sole owner of K-9 Storm. He bought the K-9 from the city. K-9 Storm was about 9 years old, so he was at the end of his career as well. Any discussion in regards to staffing? What's that?
$1.
$1.
You have to have a contract.
So the contract is basically, so it removes the liability from the municipality, and he takes on sole responsibility for all the medical needs, food, all that type of stuff. So it just shifts the burden to the individual rather than the municipality.
And legal liability, so in case a dog ever bites somebody. Or,
Yeah.
it's-
And it's been part of his life for all these years, his family, so we've done it with all the other ones as well.
I was just surprised that he had to purchase.
Yeah, $1.
Okay.
We let him make payments.
A penny for you, 1 penny for you.
Training for the month of January, December was a little lighter, but we did jump right back into our training. The month of January, we ran the whole entire department through our quarterly firearms training. We also ran the department through our reality-based training program as well. It's in aligns with the firearms training. They go hand in hand during the January cycle. We did send someone to the New York State Associations of Chiefs of Police Leadership Workshop. We've had people attend the Command Leadership and Critical Incident Instructor training, Niche Instructor, which is our records management system, ICAT Instructor, which is what's the proper word? It's a de-escalation training that we're teaching through the academy. We run that off of a grant. Gender-based violence training, advanced street interview course, first responder wellness training, HIDA, which is high-intensity drug trafficking area, interview interrogation street encounters training, Hudson Valley Law Enforcement Symposium, and Safe and Together cross-system collaboration, which is a domestic violence training. Community events, we will be starting up our next session, our spring session of our youth leadership program will start next Tuesday, the 24th. Again, we have a full house for that. It's one of our trainings or one of our community outreach programs that really gets a lot of attention from our youth, which is great. We run 25 to 30 individuals during the spring and the fall there. Also, the last 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, we hosted a training called Policing the Teenage Brain. It's through a program called Strategies for Youth. I was actually able to use some funding from our anti-violence SNUG program grant to fund this program. Brought in this company, 2-day training. It's a lot of hands-on training. There's a lecture. They bring in a psychologist, and they basically discuss why teenagers do and act as they do, to give the police a better understanding. So when we interact with the teens in the community, we have a better understanding of the why behind why they are acting the way they do, being that they are going through that growth period in their thought process. Feedback so far has been very positive from the individuals that have attended it, and we definitely thank Senator Skoufis for funding that program for us. In addition to that training, we've also used some of that funding to do the assemblies in the schools, which have been very fruitful as well. I did forward the commission a whole bunch of internal investigations. I apologize. I let you get through the holidays without them, or maybe I got through the holidays without them. But I don't know if you had the time to review them because there were a lot. There's 16 total that I did forward the commission. That's up to the commission whether or not you would like to move forward with them, or do you need more time to review them?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Fine.
Is there any that the commission would like to discuss in more detail out of those? No. Just for record purposes, then, I would read into the record the ones that I did forward to the commission, and if the commission's all right, at the end, I'd be looking for a motion to accept these specific investigations as completed. So, first one would be from November 6, 2024. It would be case number 2428302, and that was an injury sustained to an officer while effecting arrest. He dislocated his shoulder. Investigation revealed no violations of department policy. Second one being from January 9th, 2025, case number 25650. That was a vehicle pursuit resulting in a motor vehicle accident with a police vehicle and the defendant's vehicle. Also was involved in injury to the officer. The defendant, in fleeing, ran over the officer's foot. This investigation determined no violations of departmental policy. Next would be January 19, 2025, case number 251355, an injury to an officer while effecting an arrest of a resisting defendant. Officer re-injured a pre-existing injury to his elbow. Investigation into this, no violations of department policy. Next would be January 29th, 2025, case number 252101. This is a use of force injury sustained by a defendant. After investigation, it was determined the use of force was justified based on the circumstances and no violations of departmental policy. February 26, 2025, this was an internal investigation related to policy and procedure. Findings determined that 2 officers did not follow proper procedures. Both were counseled and reassigned to different assignments from what their current assignment was. Next would be March 21st, 2025, case number 252817. This was an injury sustained to the defendant. Investigation determined that the injuries occurred prior to police involvement. No violations of department policy. Next would be May 6, 2025. This involves 2 separate incidents. One would be 252873 and 254310. This was a personnel complaint alleging false arrest, excessive force, and biased policing. Investigation determined the involved officers were exonerated. No violations of departmental policy. Next is from August 9th, 2025 and September 17, 2025. They are together here, same officer. Case number 2515864 and 2519751. These were 2 avoidable motor vehicle accidents by the same officer during those timeframes. Investigation determined violation of department policy in both, and this was resolved through discipline in lieu of formal charges. It resulted in a loss of time, training, and policy review. Next would be August 25th, 2025. This was undocumented vehicle damage related to an officer's use. The investigation determined violations of department policy, and this was resolved through suspension to be served as a loss of time. August 27, 2025, case number 2517530. This was an avoidable motor vehicle accident determined to be a violation of department policy. This one was resolved by way of verbal counseling. August 28th, 2025, case number 2517658. This was a motor vehicle accident with a police vehicle. Investigation determined no fault of the officer and no violations of departmental policy. Next would be September 25th, 2025, case number 2520733. This was avoidable damage to a police vehicle. Resulted, the findings.
Chief.
Do me a favor, wait outside, I'll come out to get you. Just wait in that lobby, thank you. The investigation determined there was a violation of department policy. This was resolved by way of verbal counseling. Next would be October 2nd, 2025. This was an off-duty incident involving one of our officers. Investigation into this incident determined there's no violation of departmental policy. November 16, 2025, case number 2525658. This was an injury sustained to an officer while effecting arrest. The defendant actually bit the officer. No violations of departmental policy. Next is October 21st, 2025. This was a follow-up or additional complaint from a complainant pertaining to a personnel complaint, a previous personnel complaint, that being our MPD number 05 of 24 and MPD 06 of 24. This follow-up information there's no additional information, nothing to change the initial investigation, so it's documented and included in the initial investigation. Last would be 2 additional follow-ups to previous personnel complaints as well, October 21st, 2025, and December 1st of 2025. Additional information pertaining to personnel complaint number 006 of 25. These items did not provide any new or additional information worthy of changing anything in the original investigation findings. They're also added to the initial investigation. Any discussion?
No.
Being no discussion, could I have a motion to accept these investigation as written?
So move.
I have a motion by Commissioner Rodriguez, second by Commissioner Sullivan. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. That's all I have on my agenda this evening. Would the commission like to discuss anything in regards to the police department? No? Does the audience have any questions, comments, concerns?
I don't know if this falls under the purview of the commission. I was just concerned. I overheard stuff that's going on in Chester about Department of Homeland Security purchasing warehousing or building or facilities. Is something like that likely to happen here in Middletown? Do you know of? And second question is, building at 25 South Street, is that being renovated? And if so, is it a court coming under a court administration, or is that something that you can go into, or is that falling under possible use by Department of Homeland Security?
No. I can answer for you. First, can you give your name for the record for the minutes?
Yes, my name is Alan Peterson.
Okay, yeah. First, the court issue. That will be the city court. The city, we are under a court mandate. We are required as a city to provide facility for the courts. Currently, we have the one courtroom next door to the police station.
Uh-huh.
And a few years back, the court system went to regional courts. So it's not just the city court, so we do regional. So they required a second courtroom. So we use this facility here, maybe 3 days a week, to provide for court facilities.
Oh, okay.
The court system wanted us to build a $12 million court. And this is more than a few years ago. This is going on probably 8 to 10 years. We interpreted the law to say we were required to provide you with a second court, which we have done here. So we are not going to build you a $12 million court. In the meantime, we had purchased the old federal court, which you're referring to.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And we did that through a grant through Assemblywoman Gunther for $2.5 million. We came up with a design. We tried to work with the court system. They still wanted this palace. Not our argument was, you're trying to design a court for the regional system, then you should pay for it, not the city.
Right.
So we ultimately worked out an agreement with the court system to renovate that building to make it 2 courts. The state, through Senator Skoufis, funded about $3 million of the $6 million cost for renovation. So it will operate as a City of Middletown court, nothing to do with ICE, nothing to do with any type of detention facility. We own the facility. The court will operate as they do next door, the courthouse. And those employees are state employees, not city employees. Other than the maintenance of the building, they are city employees. As for Chester, I believe we have strongly opposed I joined with Chester's supervisor in opposing the facility. It looks like ICE has backtracked now. They've retracted their statement that they purchased the building. They did not purchase the building, according to them. That may be just they might not have closed on it yet. They're being a little vague. but we are certainly in opposition to it. If they attempted to open a facility like that here, we would be strongly opposed, and we would expect the county, state, and other local governments to join us in that opposition in fighting it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
your time.
All good?
Yep. Any other questions from board members? Nothing else from the public? Okay, so we'll make a motion to go in.
question, sir?
We'll have a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for coming.
We'll be moving into executive session at 4:53 to discuss personnel matters.
Please be advised this ends the public portion of today's meeting. Thank you.